Hello, my name is Ryan Fichter. I'm the executive chef of Thunderburger and Bar in Georgetown. And today we're going to teach you how to make a blackened steak with a red wine blue cheese sauce. So for starters, we're going to take our Cajun spices, and I like to put them on a plate like so. So that way I can just press my steak into it ever so gently. A little bit on top. Kind of rub that in so we get all that blackening spice all over our steak. And then I take a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, and I'll add that to our saute pan here. And then we'll just place our steak right in the pan and allow that to blacken. Now, I usually let it sit for about 2 to 3 minutes per side. So now, when we're cooking or blackening, the meat or protein that we're cooking is going to tell us when it's time to flip. So if you look at it, you can see that there's actually a brown discoloring on the side of the steak. And that's when it tells you it's ready to flip. We'll flip it like that, so. And then you can see that there's a nice little char on the top of the steak. It's slightly bronzed, but not completely burnt or charred beyond belief. And I'm going to let this cook for another 2 to 3 minutes. And it should be medium rare, or you can cook it longer for your liking. Okay, so when our steak is done, I'm going to remove this, set this on the side. And now we're going to show you how to make the red wine and blue cheese sauce to accompany the steak. And it's perfect because this will allow the steak to rest, to allow the juices to reincorporate into the meat. So to make our red wine and blue cheese sauce, I first start with a red wine, and I'll add this to our pan, and we'll allow the alcohol to cook off. So we'll let that cook for about a minute or so until it comes to a nice little boil. And while this is going, what we can do is we can get our thickening agent ready, which is just going to be a little bit of cornstarch and water. So I take a little bit of water and I'll add our cornstarch to it. And I like to just mix that with my finger. That way I know that all of the lumps of the cornstarch have been removed. So now that the alcohol has cooked off, we're going to then add our beef stock to the sauce, and we're going to then let this come to a boil as well before we add our cornstarch slurry. Now once the sauce comes to a boil after you've added your beef stock, we're going to then take our cornstarch slurry and add it just a little bit at a time to thicken the sauce. We're going to whisk that in until we have a nice sauce consistency. Or what we're looking for, as the chef terms, is called nappe. So when we reach our nappe point, we're going to then add our gorgonzola blue cheese into the sauce. Like so. Then we're going to whisk that in. Now, it's okay if you leave a little bit of the clumps of blue cheese because they're always nice to eat with the steak. We're going to taste our sauce. Seasoning's right. If you need to adjust the seasoning with salt or pepper, do so to your liking. So remember, you're going to put this on top of a blackened steak, so you don't want to add a lot of extra pepper to this. And there you go. You have a blackened New York strip steak with a blue cheese and red wine sauce. Thank you for cooking with me today. My name is Ryan Fichter. I'm the executive chef of Thunderburger and Bar in Georgetown.